This next song is Abraham's song, Abraham and Sarah. But what I want to talk about is Genesis 19. Abraham gets his calling in Genesis 12. But in Genesis 19, it's been a long time, and Abraham is still waiting. He's told in 12 to leave everything and go to a place that God will show him. And so he goes. And then he's been gone so long. I think it's like 25 years. And still there's no son. The promised son has not arrived. And so they think, oh, well, maybe God wants us to take some more initiative. Maybe we should make the promise happen. And so they have Hagar and Ishmael, and God says, no, I'm going to do it the way I said I would. You're going to have a child in your old age. And Abraham's feeling that tension of faith and insecurity. And so God says, I'll sign a contract with you. I'll make a covenant and can give you some comfort. The way that worked in the old world was you would take animals and you would cut them in half, and you'd make a pathway down the middle of the animals, and the lesser party would walk between the animals, and he would say, if I don't fulfill my end of the contract, may what happened to these animals happen to me. Which is pretty severe. You don't want to get chopped in half. You can raise your hand if you do, but I won't believe you. So God says, get the animals, cut them in half, make a pathway down the middle. I'm going to sign a covenant with you. And normally Abraham would walk down the middle and say, Lord, if I'm unfaithful, may this happen to me. But instead, God puts Abraham in a sleep, and darkness comes. And God, I don't know if Abraham was like peeking or what, but he sees an appearance of God. And God passes between the broken and bloody and torn in half pieces. And God signs his own contract in Abraham's place. And he says, Abraham, you may be unfaithful, but the consequences are going to fall on me. I'm going to be torn in half. I'm going to be bloodied like these animals. And he signs that contract. Makes that covenant. And then, of course, you know the story about Isaac, who goes up with his dad, and he almost gets killed. The knife is in the air, and God says, oh, wait, just making sure. And he spares his son, and there's a ram in the bushes caught, and God does provide. And Abraham names that mountaintop on the hill of, it will be provided by the Lord. And so a few thousand years later, yes, God provides a son on a hill. And the knife does fall. And God is bloodied and torn for our disobedience. Leave your life and go to a land I will show you, a nation be born to sing a kingdom song, a blessing for all mankind. You're a father without a child. I'm a father who's lost his children. Follow me, Abraham. bring them home. David's wearing thin, Lord, hopelessly barren for years now. We laugh just to hide the tears the years have dried. When will the sun arrive? 'Cause you're a father without a child. You're a father who's lost his children. Lord, I am in your hands. Can we bring them home? While Abraham slept in covenant darkness, the faithfulness crown, the God of love moved, poured out the blessings and shouldered the curse. He signed on the line by the ink of his blood. Ink of his blood. Okay, I want to teach you a part, and I want you to sing it with me. This is the prayer of Abraham to bring the children of God home. So it is also the prayer of God to bring the children of God home. It goes like this. Bring them home. 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 Sing, bring them home with us. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them home. Keep praying this prayer. Bring them home. Bring them home. Oh, bring them home. Sing with us. Bring them home. Bring them home. Hear the Father of all cry out. See a son laid upon the altar. One day the night will fall just to bring them. Oh, hear the Father of all cry out. See a son laid upon the altar. One day the night will fall just to bring them home. Bring them home. Thank you.